Why are we going to war with Iran? That's the question. And according to the US military, there are a few commanders who are pushing that this war is to start Armageddon so that Jesus returns. Could you believe that? Check this out. See, The Guardian covered US troops were told war on Iran was all a part of God's divine plan. Interesting. And there has been 200 complaints from troops complaining, stating that commanders are using this extreme rhetoric. It says here US military commanders have been invoking extreme Christian rhetoric about biblical end times to justify involvement in the Iran war to troops, according to complaints made by the watchdog group. The Military Religious Freedom Foundation says that it has received more than 200 complaints from service members across all branches of the armed forces, including the Marines, Air Force, and Space Force. It says down here, he said that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. President Trump, wow, what an honor. You have been chosen to start the Armageddon. And check this out, this professor breaks it down perfectly.
US troops were told Iran war is for Armageddon, the return of Jesus. What is this? Some soldiers who are not Christians were told that this is a war for Jesus, and like, wait a minute, we're not Christians, we're Muslims or we're atheists. Why are we fighting this war? And so they filed a complaint about the speech, okay? And we're going to read a part of this email that the soldiers who are dissenting sent to some other people to complain about this, okay? So, could you read, please?
I am a NCO rank withheld in our unit. This morning, our commander opened up the combat readiness status briefing by urging us to not be afraid as to what is happening with our combat operations in Iran right now.
Okay, afraid. This word tells us they're losing the war, okay? Right? Keep on going.
He urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan, and he specifically
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. God's divine plan? God's not the one ordering them to fight this war. It's Trump or the American military, okay? That's kind of weird. Keep on going.
And he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelation referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. He said that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth.
Oh my God. President Trump, the fire in Iran. It's all part of a grand plan to destroy the world so that Jesus will return. What is this crap? Okay, keep on going.
He had a big grin on his face.
Okay, he's happy about this, guys. The world is ending. Yeah! Keep on going.
When he said all of this, which made his message seem even more crazy.
Okay, so what is happening is that there are some crazy Christians in the American military, in the American government, okay, that want to use this war to end the world, to force Jesus to return. That is why this war is happening.
This is nonsense. These are Jewish pawns, Zionists, who want to convince Christians that we need to go to war. It's exactly what's happening.
Trump is stating that he has been anointed by God, but what God? Because it certainly wasn't Jesus. Trump is arrogant and prideful. And as far as I'm concerned, he's the first horseman, the white horse. The white horseman is the first of the four horsemen of the apocalypse in Revelation 6:2, depicted riding a white horse, holding a bow and wearing a crown, while going forth to conquer. This white horseman represents the beginning of the end times, often linked to conquest, war, or the arrival of a charismatic, deceptive leader, hence the Antichrist. He is given a crown, and I don't believe it signifies victory as some would suggest. I believe it's a crown for Israel. He was given a crown by Israel, and they want him to announce that he is the king of Israel, but he will not yet. However, he was not appointed by our Father. Yes, it is in prophecy. Again, he's not appointed by our Father in heaven. He's appointed by his Father. For example, they're trying to force Armageddon, and only the occult would do that. And Jesus himself said in Matthew 4:7, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." Now only Satan has done that. Deuteronomy 6:16 also warns against testing or provoking our Father. It says, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test," yet again. Well, we do know who would do that. Satan and his minions. So provoking this Armageddon to come, the only thing that's going to happen here is he's going to cause every person to hate Christians. And that's where it all starts to play out.
In how, how their life is conducted or what they're in support of.
You know, I just to share with you one really funny opinion. But there is in Lapland there is a group of the shamans there who do something called collective dreaming. They will go together in seclusion and do the rituals with eating very little food and being in a solitude for a long time, and they will go and dream the dreams. And the dream have to be collective, same dream. So coming out of this dream, once of the shaman told me that actually the best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. I said, how is this possible? Is the best thing to happen? He said, yes, because he's so irrational, he's so crazy. That's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake up. Because before it will be another guy and everything looks similar. But he's so different than anything else. So he's the magician who waking us up. What do you think about that? That kind of theory. Yeah, I know, it's speechless, I understand. but this is one opinion.
Our King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called, you were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.
I speak the name of Jesus over you.